And he had his feet looked like it afterwards.
Well, very good. I have a real good question, or a quick question. I hope it's a good question about card check, which hasn't completely gone away. As a former governor of a right-to-work state, what do you have to say about that?
Well, card check, number one, is wrong as a matter of civics. You always ought to have private secret ballots. In fact, I worked with a group a few years ago to educate people on what card check is. What card check is somebody comes up to you, a union boss, I'm going to use you as an example here. And he says,
I get to be the union goon, okay?
No, you're an employee. They say, here, sign this. And and a bunch of wise guys get around and intimidate him into signing it, and he signs it, and then you have instant unionization. Now that's wrong. It should be a secret ballot. You ought to be able to decide, or any man or woman working ought to be able to have a private secret ballot. And that's what the union bosses don't want. They want to intimidate you and have a bunch of folks ask you about your new tires and so forth. Now, the right to work law, which is the broader principle, is a matter of freedom. The right to work law, to educate your viewers or readers, is a law that simply says that a man or woman cannot be compelled to join a union as a condition of work. We in Virginia are the furthest state north on the eastern seaboard with a right to work law. I know from my days as governor recruiting businesses to Virginia, it is a great selling point. States to the north of us that don't have right to work laws, they're not even on the field of competition to lose. They're eliminated from consideration if they don't have a right to work law. So a card check measure, or doing away with private ballots, or even worse, this latest idea that Harry Reid was trying to ramp through on unionizing or allowing collective bargaining for local government and public service officers, that's against the laws of Virginia. That abrogates one of the foundational strengths, undermines the foundational strengths of Virginia, which is our right to work law. So I think it's a very important aspect for personal freedom for men and women who are workers, and I also know it's really important for keeping jobs and attracting more jobs to Virginia. And in fact, I've written a whole bunch of this in my book, What Washington Can Learn from the World of Sports. And if you look at where the population growth is, we have a lot of political folks here. See all the congressional gains and seats? This has been going on for decades. They've been going to the South and the Mountain West. Why? Those states have lower taxes, lower energy costs for the most part. They're right-to-work states, and people are moving with their feet to where they can provide for themselves and their families, and that's where the jobs are. So, card check, right-to-work laws, affordable energy, competitive tax policy, and also good quality schools are all essential ingredients for an entrepreneurial spirit to thrive in a state or in our country.
Thank you.